Hey everyone, so today is a very special mani. We're going to go ahead and do this hand today, and I want to recreate this mani that became so popular in the Triple D group. So today's colors we're going to be using Pocket Change, which is basically the baby sister of Chaching, Mint Julep, and then Pink Lady is going to be the pink that we're going to be using for this mani. So we're going to go ahead and start with Pocket Change. I'm going to go ahead and lay it in the cupcake liner because I'm going to be laying my finger down into the cupcake liner. I am using my Mani Boss liquids for this mani, just to give you a heads up. So what I'm doing right here is I am sifting the glitters a little bit just to make sure that I get all of the pretty dimensions of the glitter, because it does have like silvers and like mint greens and a little bit of pink in this glitter, which is so unique. And like I said, it's very, very popular, and it's literally one of my favorite ones. As soon as I saw Chaching, I had to use it, and when Dodie came out with Pocket Change, I was like, okay, yeah, we definitely have to recreate this mani. Okay, so like I said, I laid my finger down into the cupcake liner. This is how I like to do all of my dip glitter manis. I always lay them into the cupcake liner. I am using my cuticle tool to also help move around the glitters. And once I have them all in place, I then use my finger to like tap down the glitters to make them flat and flush. Usually you should use like a little piece of plastic around your finger or something so the glitters don't get stuck on your finger, but this is the way I do it. Once you're satisfied with the placement of your glitters, you're going to go ahead and just dust it lightly with your dusting brush. Now we're going to go ahead and go in with our second layer of our dip base. Now this one, it has to be a generous amount, but not too much to flood your cuticle area, because you want to get in between those nooks and crannies of the glitter that you laid before. So again, we're going to go ahead and do a full layer. We're going to go ahead and lay our finger down in the cupcake liner again, and then we're going to clean our edges and lightly dust. So guys, I wanted to show you how I did my thumb in real time, because the Mani Boss liquids are slow drying liquids, which I love. It gives me so much time to clean up around my cuticle area. They're super, super thin, so all my layers are still pretty thin. Even though I'm doing glitters, they're still thin. So if any of you ladies are still looking for some thin liquids that don't have a lot of odor, that are slow drying, I definitely would recommend these Mani Boss liquids for sure. So now we're moving on to our ring finger. I'm basically going to be doing the same process. I'm going to go 3/4, a little bit past 3/4 of the way up, lay my finger down into the cupcake liner, clean and dust, and then do the second layer of glitter. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch this part, and then we're going to come right back to start our solids. Now that our glitter is laid, we're going to go ahead and start with our solid colors. So mint julep is the first color that I decided to start with. I am putting that on my middle finger because, again, remember, we're replicating that first mania that I did. So since I did so mossy on my middle finger, we're going to go ahead and use mint julep for my middle finger. We're going to do the 3/4 of the way up the nail, maybe a little bit past 3/4. I've been doing it a little bit past that point, a little bit closer to my cuticle area. And then we're going to do the pour over method. After we do that, we're going to go ahead and clean up with that cuticle tool and dust off the excess. Remember, these Mani Boss liquids, since they're slow drying, sometimes you do have to pour over or dip your nail back into the powder because it's still a little bit wet or tacky. That's okay. It just helps the liquid soak up that dip powder all over again. So if it does look a little bit wet or a little bit still like not dried all the way, it's okay to do pour over a little bit more or to just dip your finger back into the powder. So right here is a perfect example where I said it still looked a little bit wet, and like the powder didn't soak up as much. So all I did was basically pour over a little bit more powder and let that dip liquid do its job. I like to clean up my cuticle areas before I dust my nail off with like dust off the excess powder, just because it gives that dip liquid a little bit more time to soak up that pigmentation from the color and all of that. So that's why I like to clean up my cuticle area before I dust off. Just a reminder, you guys, make sure that you're wiping your brushes before you return it into your dip bottle because you don't want to contaminate your liquid. So remember to wipe off either your dip base or your dip top coat before you return it back onto the bottle. All right here, you guys, I did speed it up a little bit, but I'm just basically going to walk you through it. I am clear capping my glitters now. I am using a generous amount of dip base because, again, you want to get in between those nooks and crannies. You want to make sure your glitters are completely covered because when you file and buff, you don't want to mess up the glitters. So I'm just doing that on my thumb and my ring finger. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and get ready for Pink Lady. Now, Pink Lady is a light pink with like light pink shimmers in it, and we're going to be doing it on my pointy finger and my pinky. I'm gonna do the my 3-layer method, so 3/4 of the way up and then 2 full layers. I wanted to let you guys know that I did file and buff directly onto like the nail. I didn't clear cap this shimmer, and it literally stayed shimmery. So you don't have to worry about that. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that you can file over this shimmer and it will stay shimmery. Okay, now that everything is in its place, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Mani Boss Activator. I wanted to let you guys know and apologize. I actually started to record the way I file and buff, but my camera wasn't focusing on it. I don't know if it was because I was using the drill for the first time on camera. I have no idea. So also don't mind that bubble wrap. That was my son giving me my bubble wrap after he was done with it. Anyways, like I said, I apologize in advance, but we're gonna go ahead and just go straight to the top coat. So for my top coat, I am using just a gel top coat, and I'm using this lamp right here, which is located in my Amazon storefront. I did do a layer already, but very, very thin. I like to do 2 layers of gel just because I want to make sure that the glitter is nice and smooth and the surface, but all the rest of the nails are nice and smooth, and of course super, super shiny. So I'm just doing the second thin layer of my gel top coat, and then I'm going to cure. Now this step is optional, but I highly recommend it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some Candied Skincare Cuticle Oil. This one is from their new Trio collection. So I am going to go ahead and just hydrate my cuticle area and my skin right above it. And like I said, I highly recommend it because it just brings back that moisture back to the skin. And this is our end result. Now, Pocket Change has definitely become one of my new favorites. This combo I cannot get enough of. I just love how the mint and the pink and that glitter look all together. So if you guys end up recreating it, make sure you tag me. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!